Well, and here is the preset. The output of the ADSR goes, of course, to the scope and parallel to an attenuating VCA, from where it goes to the quantizer, and from where it goes to the sound section of the patch. The ADSR, at the ADSR, there we have a quite long attack. We see it here. It's this upgoing flank. A middle long, about 50% decay. And this is this part here, this slowly downgoing part. We have a sustain of about 42%. And the sustain here regulates the height of this sharp flank going down from the end of decay to zero, and we have no release. So from here it goes once up again into the attack phase. So we have the attack phase followed by the decay going down to the value I have adjusted with sustain, and from there back to attack. I can change the sustain, so this part this little sharp downfall will change when I increase. Yeah, you see, now this is higher. The decay phase is, of course, shorter now. And let me put it to 100%. So no decay at all, because falling down from 100% to 100% is not falling down at all. So we have a kind of saw wave with a smooth flank, but let me reduce sustain again to the level we had before. Now let me switch this ADSR module, this software ADSR module, to emulate another kind of ADSR electronics, and the difference will be how sustain is handled. So look at this now. Let me wait until the curve is ready. And now you see we have only attack and decay, and sustain regulates how low the lowest point of the curve is. So this curve doesn't go down to zero. Let me increase sustain. And by that, of course, when I reduce the difference between the highest and the lowest CV level, I reduce the difference between the highest and the lowest pitch here, or note here on the quantizer. Let me even increase sustain a little bit more. And more. And more. And 100%. At 100%, there isn't anything, only DC level, DC offset, if you like. So let me reduce it again, but let me switch it back to our former simulation. It gives us more possibilities. So let me wait until it finishes its curve. Yeah. So now I reduce attack, for example. Oh, that's a little bit too much. And let me reduce decay. And you see, by changing these times, I change, of course, the circle, the length of the circle, the frequency, the rate. Let me increase attack. Let me reduce sustain to zero and increase decay. Now I increase sustain again. Yeah, you see we have here nice we have a long attack, a quite short decay, and a remarkable sustain here. And now I add release. And now the circle length gets really, really long. Let me reduce release a little bit, because I add more time to the circle length. A little bit more. And decrease, increase, sustain, so that we can see it better. But let me reduce attack so that we see the phases here. Now a little bit more attack. Yeah, now we have it all here. We have the attack time, and here the first flank going up, then the flank going down is the decay time, until down to sustain level, and after this the release time tells us how long the rest of the curve of the cycle is. Let me increase release a bit. Decrease, sustain, decay, but increase, sustain. All right.